All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to another episode of Dave and Ped's AGcellent Adventure. This is episode something, I don't know. 20. Boom. Shaka laka. There's silage being cut all over this countryside. There is beans turning. It's that time of year, Davey boy.
Feels good.
It's coming.
Yep.
And I tell you what, after this next, right now, today is September 10th. For the next week, it's going to be warm. We're hitting 80s, sunny. The stuff is going to turn like crazy in the next week. I'm hoping we got this nice little 3/10 of rain yesterday on our farm. Hoping this heat coming.
You got 3/10?
Yeah. Hoping this heat coming will make the pastures grow back a little bit more. I think tomorrow I'm actually going to shut the cattle off of one of my pastures for 2 weeks, let it grow a little bit, and then before Josiah and I go to Florida, turn them back on there. So they can graze a bunch. My dad doesn't have a ton of chores to do. Yeah, we got 3/10. Truesdale, 2 inches.
Seriously?
Truesdale
I got sneezed on. It was a...
Truesdale has to do, legit this year, has to be top 10 ever. Really? Truesdale 2025. It's unbelievable how much rain they've gotten there. So we are here, and we have a lot to talk about, buddy.
Great.
First of all, how are you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I guess I'm more wondering, how are you coming back to the site of such devastation this weekend?
Yes.
Another Kyle Conradi 54-yard field goal to win. How's that feel?
The Hawkeyes stink again. So yes, on today's September 10th, 4 days ago, I was here watching Iowa blow it again against Iowa State, pretty much losing at our own game. Special teams.
That hurts.
Defense, Iowa, once again. So here's the deal. I broke this down for some friends the other day.
Okay.
I'd say this is 75% on Kirk Ferentz. I'll give 20% Mark Gronowski, at least 5% for Caden Weechin and our special teams.
Oh,
step it up.
Man, that's rough.
But let me tell you something.
That's really rough.
When we are quick to blame the quarterback, could he make some better decisions? Sure. When it's been the same pretty much for 20 years straight, you have to look at what's the constant over those 20 years. And Ferentz has done unbelievable things at Iowa, but the one thing Iowa just cannot figure out is how to produce a quarterback. And we've had, C.J. Beathard's been in the league for 10 years as a backup.
It's not that you have never been able to figure out a quarterback.
Yeah, it's very rare.
But the last, the Nate Stanley years are looking really good right now.
I know. And I actually kind of like Stanley, and man, all I heard was people trash him.
I know. Sometimes.
Little did we know how much worse it could get.
Yeah. The juxtaposition on the field was pretty staggering, right? You've got a quarterback that has come in, developed, and leads game-winning drives versus the multi-million-dollar investment.
Yeah.
That maybe isn't returning quite.
Well, and Rocco Becht.
That's what I'm saying.
Rocco Becht decided to not take a huge pay cut and spread the wealth to bring guys back.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, Gronowski, listen, Gronowski probably not going to play in the league. Get your money. That's life-changing money. That could set you up for a life of success and business opportunities, depending on what that $1.5 million to $2 million can get you.
Yeah.
But man.
Yeah. The comparisons of where things are sitting right now is quite stark. Maybe as stark as it's been.
Yeah, so the game ended. I just grabbed my sweatshirt and quietly walked out of your shop, talked to no one, walked by all the Iowa State fans. When I left the shop, there was more people asking me if I was leaving. I just completely ignored them, walked to my truck, and left. And then about halfway home, I was like, I probably could have said bye to people. But you know what? They all understand that I was not in the mood. And so I just quietly, I heard a few people hollering behind me as I walked out the shop.
Chitter chatter on their way out.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
If Iowa would have somehow led a game-winning drive or a field goal to go overtime and somehow won, I would have been pumped.
Yeah.
I definitely would not have done a big celebration because I was there was 3 Hawkeye fans here.
I think you could have done a celebration. That's fine.
I would have done a fist pump and probably sent a lot of exclamation point text to some friends in text messages, but not express that here. But yeah, pulling back in, I saw everything. I was like, It was not that long ago. I was here for some heartbreak. But life goes on.
2 years in a row, you have to make some serious decisions about whether this hog roast deal is going to be something you're a part of next year.
Yeah, I really love being here for it. Maybe next year I just have to do all the videoing or whatever we do leading up, and then I just have to leave when the kickoff happens.
I'm telling you, man, it's It's going to take some self-reflection for you.
But if I want that food, I got to at least stay for kickoff.
I know. I know.
You're going to hold me hostage.
I have the goods.
Pig's not going to be ready until noon. Funny how that works.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe
Yeah.
it'll be a late kick next year or later kick. And, you can enjoy more time here before you leave.
Hopefully, Iowa's got 2 cupcakes coming up. We need to let Gronowski throw it like 40 times.
You got to let him rip it. You just got to have some confidence in him. Let him rip. Let him rip it.
Cupcakes?
Yeah.
Cupcakes. Easy games.
You got to, because I think it's in there.
Yeah.
I think it's in there.
Confusing.
It
is.
I think he's a baller too. Like the lights shine, and in the third quarter he played really well. And I think I don't necessarily look at Gronowski as being the piece of the blame anyway.
No, not at all.
I think he's proven that he can win games, and they've got to cut him loose a little bit and let him go.
Yeah. Yeah, Iowa has amazing special teams. When your punt returner, who's first-team All-American, returner of the year last year, is all of a sudden letting balls bounce in front of him, and then it goes back to like the 5-yard line, and then he picks it up and tries to run with it and gets like maybe 6 inches.
Yeah.
We got to fix that special teams. This All-American punter, preseason All-American punter, is punting at like 28 yards. I could punt 28 yards.
Yeah, there's I don't know what's going on with special teams, because if you guys can't have special teams and defense, because defense is really, really good, but special teams and defense flips the field. And if you guys can't flip the field, it is going to be rough. It's going to be really rough.
Well, congratulations, Dave.
Thanks. I did nothing.
We were at the church earlier, and go ahead, buddy.
Is there a reason you're so far away from your mic?
I was just being comfortable. Is it bad?
He's trying to relax
How's
a
this
little bit.
work? Is this better?
Yeah.
He's quite
It works being that
defeated.
far, but it's just, it sounds a lot crisper and
Sorry about
easier to edit when it's closer.
I'm feeling very chillax right now, as the kids say.
I think you're just trying to allow your emotions to relax a little.
Yeah, just
We were at the church earlier, and
I was
Julie
lost.
and I go, well, we got to go to Dave's and rehash the Hawkeye game for part of our podcast episode. She goes, can I come? Can I come? Oh, man. She comes up to me Sunday at church, and she's all celebratory and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know, last year after the game, she texted me and talked to me Sunday in church, and I completely ignored her. I felt pretty bad about that. And Mason told me like a week later, she was still like, I can't believe he just ignored me like that. I probably should have been a little nicer.
We have to loosen the grip.
Yes.
We have to loosen the grip, Adam. Loosen the grip.
Football,
It's just football.
Football.
It's just football.
it's not God.
I tell you what, though, in our small group text thread the other night after the Ravens-Bills game and awesome games on Sunday.
I went to bed.
And the
Wish I would've
awesome
stayed
game
up.
Thursday, I texted our group, and it's mainly me and Mason who are watching the games, Libby a little bit, but I just like texted, and they're freaking out. I was like, how did the Ravens lose this game? I said, if I could marry football, I would marry football.
They had the game in the bag. They just threw
Yeah,
it.
they did. I said, if there was a way I could propose to football, I would. I just love football.
That was thrilling. You know what
Propose
was
to
the
football.
opposite of thrilling? Watching that game on Saturday. What a terrible viewing game that was.
Yeah.
It was
rough.
so slow. Poor offense.
Yeah.
It's just drag it out. You got replay videos and commercials and
Yep.
and it's a good thing I was hanging out with a whole bunch of people that I enjoy, because man, that was just a
I'm with you, man. These, it's even worse when you're there in person.
yeah. Oh, I
Gosh,
can't
and you
imagine.
You see
Yeah.
the media person on the field,
Yeah.
and everyone's waiting for them
They've
to
got
leave
that
the
sign
field.
that they hang up.
And you're just sitting here like, oh my gosh, can we just watch the game?
Should that be me?
It could be you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you just put a little timer up there, let everybody know when it's going to be over.
Well, let's talk. So I was here for the game, but we were eating delicious pork. So second annual. You
Yeah.
guys have a name for your hog roast?
Right now, it's just called the Piggy Party.
All right, the second annual Piggy Party at
Curry's Piggy Party?
Curry Farms, the CPP.
Yeah,
No.
the Curry Piggy Party.
That's fine, but not what Adam said.
Oh,
Yeah, so Friday we had a men's thing at church. After that, you and me headed to the Cherokee Locker where you picked up
Yeah.
your pork.
not a sponsor yet.
Not yet. And just take it away from there. This started like 36 awesome hours.
Yeah, so it was probably a year and a half ago. Some friends and I got the wild hair, to do a whole hog roast. And so we kind of started looking at some YouTube videos, and there's some really varying ideas on how to do this, right? You've got your Hawaiian version, which is an in-ground. You've got your South Carolina version, which is above ground, kind of a concrete block pit with a whole hog with skin on and stuff. And so we kind of took the South Carolina approach to doing it last year. Last year, we wanted the challenge of doing the entire thing ourselves. So we butchered the hog ourselves. We scalded it, dehaired it, butchered it, hung it, and then cooked it. And it was stellar. It was an awesome experience. So we had, and it was for my daughter's first birthday party and the Iowa State game. So there was 100 people here, there was a lot going on. So round 2 didn't need to be quite as big. The pig last year, carcass weight was 190 when we put it on. And I mean, it was big. That's big. A lot. So this year we shrunk it a little bit. It was 110 pound carcass weight and little smaller pit, little smaller setup, fewer people, but it was still a blast. So yeah, we went to Cherokee, scooped up the hog. We brought it back to the farm. And usually when you get it, there's the South Carolina version would be to keep the skin on, but nobody around here has a scalding tank. None of the meat lockers have a scalding tank to be able to perform that maneuver, if you will.
You gonna buy a scalding tank?
No, I'm not going to buy a scalding tank. We're just going to try and do it. So we did it with the skin off. So we treated it more like a pork butt with an injection and dry rub and mop sauce type stuff. Yeah. So we treated it a little bit more like one huge pork butt. And at the end, we cut it up and added kind of a South Carolina vinegar sauce to it. So that was kind of the methodology. It was a lot of fun. We had a blast. And looking forward to your 80 minutes of video being cut down to hopefully a lot less than that. Good luck, Josiah.
I think it's going to end up being maybe like a half-hour video.
That's still pretty good.
But it might not even be that long. We'll see. There's a lot
of fluff in there.
Every time I was recording, I was like, oh, man, I feel like 75% of this is usable. But I'm probably overthinking that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys got it on, and then I came back that night and just kind of hung out. Every now and then you check it, you spritzed it. We were hanging out around the fire. I was doing some impromptu little interviews. Yeah. Got video of you guys flipping it at, what time was that? Like 10:30, 11?
Yeah, probably 11 or so. 11
p.m. Flipping it over.
Yeah, so we put it on at 6 p.m. in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And we took it off at 10:30. What?
6 p.m. in the afternoon.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
So we put it on the pit.
Yeah.
At 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
There it is, baby.
Boom. On Friday.
Boom.
And we took it off. We took it off at 10:30 a.m. Saturday morning.
Yeah.
So the one way that we do it is we have a 55-gallon drum with a hole cut in the bottom of it and rebar stuck through about a foot up the barrel. So you pile all the wood on top of the rebar, and then as the wood goes up, then the coals fall down. So we then scoop the coals out of the bottom and you shove it. You kind of trickle it underneath the hog in the pit, and that's kind of how we keep the flame rolling. So we shot for about 225 to 250, and it was we probably had it on there a little too long, but it was still really yummy.
It was so good, and I'm excited for people to see this video. We filmed all sorts of stuff, and man, my favorite part was the video you guys taking it off, just like pulling the loins and everything apart, just butter, just falling apart. Yeah, and then how you guys started pulling all the meat off, and then David's over here, this big old
cleavers
chopping it up. I got video. I'm great. Down on my knees with my phone right in there, getting that action. I probably ate a pound of meat while you guys were chopping it all up and stuff.
Yeah, that's the best is that, that by the time it gets to the actual food line, I've pretty much had about a pound of pork already. And so, I hardly eat anything once it actually gets to game time. But it's a lot of fun. I encourage other people to try and do it. It's a great community builder. You can send texts out and have a hog and invite 30, 40 people over. And chances are you can find a hog that, so a lot of times what will happen is you'll have these hog barns where they'll have their choice or their grade pigs that they will take and they will butcher them. But there are some hogs that may have abnormalities in them, which are still great for meat, but they don't qualify for the grade that the producer wants. So we were able to take one of those hogs and use that, and so that's a That's an
Yeah, buddy.
easy way to do it, and it's pretty cost effective that way. So
Yep.
it cost me $125 to have it butchered whole hog at the Cherokee Locker, which to me is a steal, and that was a lot of fun.
Do not expect that kind of butchering price for your beef.
At a zero.
Yeah, add some numbers to that. All right. Well, people be on the lookout for that. Obviously, we'll tell you too when it's officially out. But that video is going to be stupendous. Our first Dave and Ped AGcellent adventure.
Yeah, like
I
our
look forward to
true
more.
AGcellent adventure together. We're gonna
Yeah.
have to do more.
That was fun.
It's a lot of fun.
All right. I went to the Clay County Fair Monday, and my parents and I went to a concert. So we went and saw Home Free,
Oh yeah,
which was
yeah.
awesome. I'm
Yeah.
big into a cappella music.
that's great.
Have been since I was a kid in the
too.
Tonic Sulfa days.
Me too. Oh yeah.
And Tonic Sulfa, then Rockapella, seen them, now Home Free.
Yeah.
All the big ones, I've seen them all in concert.
Yeah.
This one feels, Home Free really takes it to the next level though compared to the other ones. It was insane. What's
Yeah.
up?
Go fish.
I have seen Go Fish, yes.
Let's go.
I haven't.
Yes, sir.
I haven't. Tonic Sulfa actually came to our high school.
What?
When we were in high school, and so we had a quartet that was pretty well established, and a double quartet and a triple trio, and so we kind of performed with them, and then they gave us a bunch of tips on certain
dude.
things. It was really, really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yep.
I love that. Yeah, Tonic, man, I bet I've seen them 15 times.
Yeah.
So good.
They're good.
But yeah, we went to that concert. There was this girl that opened for them. Her name was Maddie Baugh. This chick could slay the electric
Really?
guitar.
Oh wow.
And
Better
it was-
than yours truly over here.
Dude, she was amazing.
I'm not that
I didn't
good,
see a
so
side by
it's not
side.
hard.
She did like a 10-minute set where she played like 80s rock, like guitar rock
Was she
solos.
singing too?
And
She's
she
just
just
ripping.
did that, but then so it was just three people. It was her, a drummer, and a bass guitarist. And so she sang while playing electric.
Yeah.
She was incredible at the fiddle. She used to
wow.
play fiddle for Keith Urban. And then she decided, I have to give this solo thing a shot. So she stepped away from this amazing opportunity with Keith Urban to go set up her own tour
Nice.
and travel. And so she played like Devil Went Down to Georgia and all these crazy
On the
songs on the
fiddle.
fiddle. And the
I bet
strings are
she's
falling off.
really good.
She's running around slaying. I mean, it was crazy. She got a standing ovation after Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Wow.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And so she opened for them, but it was such a great time. And I would like to also share some foods I ate.
Oh, at the Clay County
at
Fair.
the Clay County Fair.
Okay.
So the food scene at the Clay County Fair is like 1/5 of the state fair.
Sure.
Still great stuff.
Yeah.
But Clay County Fair, I think I enjoy it more than the state fair because there's more industry and
Yeah.
stuff to look at and experience and buildings to walk through while still having awesome food.
Mm-hmm.
Josiah can attest to this. State fair has pretty much become 80% food. There's
Yeah.
not a lot to look
Not
for.
as much as the Minnesota State Fair, though.
That's true.
Minnesota State Fair is like 99%
Yeah,
food.
crazy.
Really, it's just food.
It's just becoming food.
I've never been to the
which-
Minnesota State Fair.
Sign me up. Love it.
Yeah.
But the Clay County Fair is a good break. So there was a truck there. These guys are from, Lone Tree? Is that what they said? Lone Tree, Iowa? Can't remember. They're bison farmers.
Oh.
And they've since started a food truck, and they go around and serve bison meat
Wow.
meals. And so I had a bison cheesesteak. It was so good.
Bison
And
is good.
I got
Like
the bison
a Philly.
cheesesteak. But I got the
with
crunchy
bison?
version. So it was bison, the melted cheese, and then they put American cheese on it also. And then it had Frito Lays on top of it, jalapenos. Dude, it was so
Wait,
good.
what cheese was the melted cheese? Because you said melted
The melted
cheese.
cheese was like queso.
Okay.
And then they put they put yellow American on the bottom of the bun and the hot meat on top of that. So then it kind of became creamy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
this
That
was
sounds good.
Yeah.
amazing.
Have you? That sounds really good.
Yeah.
I should make it up there. Have you had a Philly cheesesteak in Philly? Have you been to Philly?
No, it's on the bucket list.
It is really good.
Amazing.
Someday
Yeah.
when Hut Media is big enough, we're doing a Philly cheesesteak tour in Philadelphia.
That'll be
I
fun.
do like Philly cheese
That'll be
steak.
fun.
So yeah, I had that. I went to Spud Nuts, one of their new
Oh,
foods. This is their
yeah.
first time ever doing a twist.
Okay.
They made a Spud Nut twist, which was like literally an 8-inch by like 3-inch donut. It was huge.
Nice.
So me and my dad each got one and just devoured those. And then I went to the Spencer JC's building for a dumpster dog. This is
Which
what
one is that? Where's that?
Wait, you went out back of their building?
It's a blue building.
Sorry.
Blue like Morton's building style
Okay.
building right on the
Yeah.
main strip where all
Yep.
the food is.
Yep.
So I go in there thinking, it's an all beef hot dog, and it's got like pulled pork, cheese, chili, jalapenos, bacon on all. And so I'm thinking it's just one bun. It's going to be piled high. Could not have been more wrong. I ordered this thing. I get one for me and one for my dad. It is a plate that has a 16-inch, like quarter-pound hot dog thickness hot dog on it. And like half a pound of pulled pork, half a pound of chili, giant pieces of bacon, giant pieces of ham, cheese all over. It was enough for like 3 people.
No way.
And there was a bun in there somewhere because I did eat the bun. So I didn't eat it all because my plan for supper was to get island noodles and this dumpster dog. Well, this dumpster dog ended up being enough for 3 people. So I didn't eat it all because I had to eat my island noodles. They were so good. Oh my gosh. Like Hawaiian stir-fried noodles.
Really?
With this amazing teriyaki chicken.
Is that what's the place you get it from?
It's called Island Noodles.
Okay. All right.
And this is all they have. They just have a giant wok full of this like vegetable stir fry, and then you can, for an extra $1, you can add teriyaki chicken to it with your noodles.
That's a no-brainer.
So good.
There. It's a no-brainer.
This dumpster dog was insane. Holy cow. It might be the craziest thing I've ever eaten.
Was it
County
good?
Fair. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But you had to eat it with a knife and fork.
Yeah.
There's no hands in this thing.
Knife and fork.
Yeah, a little knifey forky.
Knife and fork.
So I would cut off a chunk of hot dog,
Chopsticks?
put it in my mouth, and then get a little bit of everything else, put it in there, and then gnaw on that. Man, it was good.
Wow. Nice.
That's what I had at the fair.
Did you see anybody?
Did you
see anybody at the fair that you?
I talked to Mitchell.
Yeah.
Shout out Mitchell. Went and talked to Mitchell. Went and saw Sheldon Power and Equipment.
Nice segue to our sponsor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked hay rings because
Great segue, by the way.
I'm not doing silage this year.
Oh.
So my silage guy texted me like 2.5 weeks ago, says I had an opportunity to sell all of my equipment and get out of silage shopping because he also owns like a roofing company and a bunch of other stuff. The guy's got too much going on.
Okay.
So he said the guy made me a great offer. I got rid of it all. So I knew someone else was going to call, but I've been talking to my dad, and I was like, silage wasn't everything we thought it was going to be. Like the cattle actually seemed to gain better the way we did it before that.
Okay.
And maybe I wasn't giving them enough corn with the silage, but I was really loading them up, I thought.
Yeah.
So we're going to go back old school how we used to do it. I'm just going to feed cornstalk bales and hay bales.
Okay.
And spread out corn in the bunk with protein and mineral on top of it.
Yeah.
And see what it's like this year compared to when I did silage, and then next year decide if I'm going to go back to silage or not.
Yeah.
So not chopping silage this year. So I was talking to Mitchell about needing some more hay rings because I got some that are pretty beat up.
Yeah.
And he just happened to say they have 4 more on site. They're getting out of the hay ring business kind of because they don't have a lot of use for that anymore. And Mitch is a smart guy. He's going to go where the money is with the business.
Right.
And stuff. So I think I might get those from him. But yeah, it was fun to chat with him. My parents met him. My parents actually went and found him the day before and met him.
Oh, yeah.
And
Nice.
stuff. So then he saw us coming and he was hooting and hollering, having a good time.
Yeah.
He said he's been sitting there just eating peanut butter cups all day. And so he got to get out, walk around, burn some calories.
Sheldonpower.com.
If I was at a fair, that is not the thing I would be eating. I would be, I'd be getting
sample the stuff.
hot dog deal.
Yeah,
I'd be getting the spud
goods.
nuts. I'd be getting all the stuff.
Yep.
I would have to have a serious gym conversation after working at the Clay County Fair.
Oh, yeah, you would. Man, though, I really would love, I want to find out what it would cost to get like a Hut Up Media space in like the convention center. That's probably got the most traffic.
Sure.
And love to have a Hut Up Media booth there and do like a few shows next year at the fair.
That'd be fun.
So, but it might cost a pretty penny. I don't know.
Might.
I have to find out.
No,
tax write-off though.
Yeah. Well, I think
it was great.
I would love to get up there to talk to Mitch, and if you haven't caught up with our most recent episode, we had a great discussion for an hour plus with Mitchell on Sheldon Power and Equipment and their line of equipment and kind of what the future for their business is going to be. And
yes, sir.
He's a scrappy young fella running around trying to make it happen. So go see Mitch at Sheldon Power and Equipment. He sent me the link for I think it's probably out there, sheldonpower.com.
Hey, there we go.
So I believe that's probably going to be the new website.
Sheldon Power.
Mitchell, if you don't have it live yet, get it live because that's where people
I
are
think it's
go.
live. I put a link at the website and hit the short with him on YouTube.
The new sheldonpower.com?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, check it out.
I talked to him. I said, what about like one of these hay rings for free in exchange for all the stuff we've done talking about you on the pod? He goes, maybe like a hay ring for a commercial or something.
There you go.
Oh, it's fun. All right. A little bit of farm catch up for me. I got third cutting of hay, getting ready to rock and roll.
Hey, man, you got a good forecast for this.
It's looking good.
It's looking good.
So we're going to do that. And then I'm now up to, in the last 2 weeks, I've had 7 calves at my grandma's. So they're starting to come.
Are you breeding again already?
So the bull, no, just that bull. So what are we at? We're in
This should be done by now.
The bull something must have happened where he didn't get them all, or they
Holy
lost some and got in there and they got bred in January.
Yeah.
Which is really annoying because the bull got turned out with them in July.
That's what I'm saying. He's 6 months behind.
I'm thinking that
He's lacking, man.
I'm thinking our system, well, there's 5 of them, and that I think they're always out there like fighting over them. It's so dumb. And then they go out of heat. And so what we've done this year, I talked about it. So right now we've actually got 2 at a time out there with them. I think it's going better.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
But yeah, that's about all that's going on. Harvest is going to be here before we know it. What?
It's September. How many you got left to go?
20. So here's my plan.
You're going to be in the combine. You're like, I got to go. I got a calf coming.
My plan is to separate the ones that have already calved, just get them out of there for a minute. I'm going to dump some corn in the bunks. All the ones that haven't had it, line up to eat. I'm going to spray paint the ones that look like they're pretty close. The ones that don't look close at all, hitting the road. Gonna get rid of them.
Well, you kind of got to, because they're going to be on a bad cycle then all of a sudden,
Yep.
Because you're not going to be able to breed them again until early next year.
Nope. So it'd be nice if the cattle market stayed steady, and maybe for those bred ones I could get 2,500, but we'll see. 3,000. Time will tell.
Yeah.
So then I can have a little petty cash to throw in the bank. Give Josiah a bonus
cattle market
for all of his work.
Has not crashed.
No. Boy, it went down bad the last 2 days.
So what's this Japanese?
Yeah.
Is a Japanese aphid or Japanese something that's a
Did
new
your
pest?
Isn't
your
it an
dad
army
die?
worm? Everyone keeps talking about the
on the
army
cow?
worm. Oh, and the cow? I don't know. Oh, the cow is army worms. That's what it is.
This was something else then.
Yeah.
This
My
was
dad
some
and I
sort
have
of
been talking
Japanese.
about-
It was like a beetle or something, sort of beetle that latches on.
All year long, people have been talking about
the Mexican
army worms.
tapeworm or something?
Japanese. It is. I
okay.
swear to you, it was Japanese.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard about the Japanese army worm, which somehow
Maybe
made
that's-
its way in here.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Just hope it just stays steady.
So if I was a cattle guy, I'd be thinking to myself, is it worth trying to blend into the Wagyu market at some point, or even you hear about these bison guys. Bison. What's the market like to try and? Is it worth trying to move into that stuff, or does it become so niche that you can't do that effectively, or because everybody Wagyu stuff seems like it costs so much to buy it.
Oh my gosh, yes it does.
Then you would think that the cattle right now would be a high value deal. So with the extra cash you got laying around, you can also get yourself a couple Wagyu.
I like where you're thinking,
and start breeding in another
over
round.
by Lawton or Hinton. There's a Wagyu farmer.
Yeah.
I've looked at his website. Woo, the meat looks good, but woo, the meat looks expensive.
Well, is Wagyu like the most expensive cut of?
It's up there. You got Kobe beef.
There's several tiers of Wagyu beef, right? So your top of the line, top tier Wagyu would be a Kobe beef in Japan. And then there are tiers of breeds below that.
Yeah, we need to have that
coming
guy
from
on
the non-cattle
show.
guy, but
that guy needs to come on the show and tell us about his Wagyu business.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Because that to me sounds fun. I like the niche stuff, I like kind of finding the niche stuff.
Yeah.
Do you know the bison guy?
But
he actually that I bought from, no, but he'd be fun to have on. Actually, talk about going into the food business too.
Yeah,
he saw my shirt. He goes, "Are you from around here?" I said, "Yeah," and he said, "Oh, I saw your podcast shirt." So we chatted a little bit about it. I told him to check out Hut Media.
Yeah,
all that stuff. Told him I was a cattle farmer and whatnot. So
yeah,
it'd be fun to have him on. They were really cool, dude.
You're listening, contact you.
Yeah,
neat.
All right, Caleb Pipes, friend of all of us, former youth pastor at our church, sent me a text yesterday while Josiah and I were driving. And he said a couple things after listening to a recent episode of Dave and Peds.
Okay.
I was like, uh-oh, did we say something wrong spiritually? He says, first, the author of Winnie the Pooh is A.A. Milne, pronounced as Milne, not Milne-E. And secondly, Peter Jackson did direct the Hobbit trilogy,
we got that right.
which was one book made into 3 movies. He said, I was banging my head against the steering wheel while driving.
Thank you for the correction, Caleb. Thank you for the correction.
I didn't watch the other movies.
We're not above correction.
Yeah, we're not. So he just had to get that out. It was bothering him.
It's not the only thing. I mean, my dad routinely tells me your farming then versus farming now is atrocious because we just weren't around for it. So
Speaking of.
yeah.
What a transition.
Thank
Speaking
you.
of,
I've nailed it twice today. with
Yeah, dude,
transitions,
your
I would like to
transitions
say.
are
we're going
fire.
to move into our main topic today, sponsored by Sheldon Power and Equipment, Mr. Mitchell Van Gorp. Check them out. He's got an amazing lineup of mowers. I looked at all of them in person yesterday. And everything he's got, he talked about on the show. They're doing it all. Trailers, you name it, ATVs, UTVs. Wait, were they getting rid of those?
Oh, eventually, but
Yeah.
they're moving into more of the
now.
outdoor power sports lineup. Yeah.
Yep. So check out Sheldon Power and Equipment, located in Sheldon, Iowa. And while you're there, stop by Fairway, get a beef stick, and then go get some good Chinese food down the street.
I think the Sheldon Commerce needs to get a hold of you and do some sponsoring because you've really
Literally.
been plugging the town lately.
Honestly, maybe I should stop with these free ads for everybody except Sheldon Power.
Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah. I'd love to go there and make some
Not
videos.
a sponsor.
Man, Sheldon Power Equipment's getting a lot of air today.
Yeah, they are.
Yep. All right. Mitch, you owe us $25. Thank you. Before we talk about farming then versus now, what hasn't changed, I had to get a thought out I had the other day.
Okay.
So my dad and I extended some electric fence into a little pasture area, and we made probably another 2 acres worth of pasture for the cattle at my dad's place to roam around. So we were smashing posts into the ground, adding fence, and we were using Gorilla Tape to tape on. So we took some white plastic posts, cut them in half, and we were Gorilla Taping them to some steel posts so then we could run the wire straight through them, and it acts as an insulator. And it made me think that Gorilla Tape has completely changed the redneck farming game.
Yeah.
And the amount of things we use Gorilla Tape for on our farm and on our farm is, I don't know if it's awesome or embarrassing. How many fixes we do with just tape instead of maybe a little more permanent fix. But Gorilla Tape is so strong and good, and it has served us well. And so I got to thinking, there's some things that I use it for. We apply insulators to steel posts, like I said. I have used it to tape on the window of my corn grinder, going on like 8 years now. Have the new window. Keep telling myself every winter, this is going to be a winter project. Don't do it. Just add another stick of tape, and here we go.
There you go.
I have taped over small holes in bulk bins using it, and it's worked just fine instead of patching the hole with, welding or something like that. I have taped currently one of the side mirrors on our farm truck is being held on by Gorilla Tape.
Gorilla Tape, right? The actual brand Gorilla Tape.
Yeah,
not like
Gorilla,
Flex Tape
the
or anything.
actual brand
You're
Gorilla
not
Tape.
slapping the tape to the hole, pow, like the commercial for Flex Tape.
No.
Okay.
And then also, we have some insulation inside my tractor that I'm currently holding in place with Gorilla Tape.
Yeah.
Gorilla Tape has changed the redneck game.
It's pretty amazing what you can
It's so
secure, what you can secure with
Yeah.
Gorilla Tape. Yeah. We probably don't use it as much as you do.
Yes. Fair. I don't think
But we
anyone
do. But we
does.
do. So we, I like to, but the one thing I do have a problem with Gorilla Tape. They used to make a highlighter orange,
Yes, they did.
and I can't
They don't
find
have
it
it
for the
anymore?
life of me.
know
I
it's
black and
cannot
white
find
now.
it. And
That's it?
that was a money product for us.
Yeah.
We use the highlighter orange stuff all the time. Cannot find it.
Dang.
Yeah. That's been unfortunate.
That's a bummer.
So, Gorilla Tape. Give me
Yeah.
the orange back.
And yeah, no kidding. And I have found, honestly, Gorilla Tape needs to be a sponsor, how much we use them. I have found that when I apply it on somewhere and then I hold my hands over where I have like the last part taped on, it like
Warms your hands
it makes
up?
it like warm and almost like melts it on and adheres it even better. And then that's going nowhere.
Yeah. And you give it a nice little.
Oh yeah, I do. And then bang,
Yeah.
another job well done with tape.
Yeah.
Oh, so shout out Gorilla Tape.
So we will say that is a farming then versus farming now
Oh, most definitely.
upgrade.
Yeah, for sure. So all
They had
right.
Scotch tape back then?
I don't know. I
Not
have
sure
no
that's
idea.
holding.
Yeah.
No,
You
it's
never
not.
know.
Yeah. Most likely not.
All right. What hasn't changed? Dave, I have some stuff written down. Why don't you start? So we talked about once what has changed. What hasn't changed farming then versus now?
I think we mentioned on the previous episode, one of the things that hasn't changed, and it has in some capacities, right? So there are technological advances, but storing grain in bins, right? So
Hasn't changed.
And using fans to put air into bins.
Yep.
A majority of that is the same. Now, the way that we monitor that has changed, right? So we have sensors in the bins, moisture sensors, heat sensors, and so there's electronic on and offs, based on what you're getting for readings. But a majority of that stuff, though, is relatively similar in nature over the last 50 years, 40 years probably.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The one I've been thinking about actually for you more so than me is probably just pasture management.
Yep.
And raising cattle on pastures, right?
Has not changed.
Our corn production has changed a lot. Our soybean production has changed a lot. But when you're grazing cattle need to eat, and they just walk around and eat.
Yeah.
Grass.
Yeah, grass.
And they poop while they're out there, and then eventually you get them off of it. You get rains throughout the year and all that. That manure soaks into the ground and comes on back.
Well, you only get rain through the year.
Amen to that.
Yeah. How about you? What do you got?
The first thing I thought of is you still, just like you did 100 years ago, you still farm on faith.
Yeah.
Like back then, guys put the seed in the ground, did the work, but still hoped God would give them the weather they needed, help the seed grow, germination happen, whatever needs to happen, that you still farm on faith. And I mean, even though we have all this crazy technology, more efficient, we have stuff we spray on it to help it grow better compared to back then, you still need God to give you the water and the sunshine and the wind to have things dry, whatever it takes. You still have to farm on faith.
Yeah. If that seed doesn't sprout,
Yeah.
it's all done. It's all done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I doubt they had when did crop insurance start? I wonder like that.
More recently than you would,
Yeah.
at least like from a federal level, more recently than you would have imagined.
Yeah.
But
Now,
it's
back
also
in the day, you're kind of just hosed.
Yeah, you got hosed. So there's and in the 80s, I think a lot of that showed.
Yeah.
And so a lot more consolidation back then, right? So you see a lot of farmers, or I shouldn't say a lot, but you see some farms now that have quite a few acres under their belt. A lot of that came from them having access to capital in the 80s, and banks were kind of repoing land, and then they were selling it back off. And so that was one thing that happened. And I think the federal crop insurance game has allowed people to stay in a lot more regular level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another one
Good or bad. Some people have thoughts on that, whether that's good or bad.
Oh, yeah. Everyone's got an opinion on that
Yeah,
one.
but for the most part, like people are able to stay in the game a lot better.
Another one I have written down is farmers still market and sell their own products.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the day, a lot of it might have just been in town. Way back in the day, you basically farmed to feed yourself and your family, and then had a little bit left over to sell. Now, obviously, with new practices, it's completely different. But we still market and sell our own stuff. And now there's companies that you can work with who maybe help you out with that if you want. But for the most part, guys decide when they want to sell it, how they're going to market it.
Yep.
And trains take stuff all over. I mean, back in the day, I was reading about how trains were way more prevalent. You got your stuff on a train to go. Trains still take stuff. But now we take it to a central place. Everyone does, and then they decide where to send it on the
barges.
train.
Usually, it's on a river location somewhere that has access to rail and river.
But yeah, for the most part, that's like they did then. They still do now.
Each farmer is its own little entity that has to manage its production and then how to sell that production too.
Yeah.
So like we were talking about with the bison and the Wagyu, I find the niche stuff really interesting, and looking into how do you make corn tortillas? How do you make tortilla chips? How do you make, all that stuff gets me interested in trying new things. I'm not willing to, I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to do that because it's a lot of effort.
I tell you what.
And I like my corn to look good. And a lot of times when you're after that sort of corn, you have to be okay with it not looking very pretty. And that bothers me.
Yeah, I tell you what, I have witnessed corn being picked, ground, and made into masa.
Yeah.
For tortillas. I've witnessed the whole process.
And
it was pretty incredible, and it tasted amazing.
Who did it?
These ladies in Guatemala. I was in Guatemala, like people that live off the land, straight up indigenous, living like we did 200 years ago. That's how they live, and it was crazy to witness.
It's not an incredibly complex deal, right? So you grind it and you throw it in with some lime or some sort of calcium product, limestone or calcium, and then that breaks down the outside of the kernel and allows it to get soft, and then you can make it into masa. But I find that really cool.
It was.
I'd be half tempted to just plant some in the garden to try it once and just see what happens. You know? Make another 12-row strip right next to the sweet corn and try.
Why not?
I think that'd be cool.
Speaking of corn products, have you guys thought about turning corn into whiskey?
Like on more than one occasion. Okay. Yes. I
think that'd be fun to learn.
Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of stuff you can do to create your own niche market. All sorts of grains, opportunities. But we still are in control of our own products and what we do with them.
Yep.
And as long as I make enough money to feed my family, then, the world is your oyster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've often thought about I've always wanted to talk to the people who own Lagunitas. Ask if I could be a beef provider for them and producer.
Yeah.
Because look at how many tacos and products they sell a day that has beef in it.
Yeah.
I mean, they could pay probably $4,000 for a fat of steer for me if they want, and they're still probably going to make 60% profit on it.
Yeah.
Just with how little.
And where are they getting their beef tongue now? They just don't know where that tongue came from.
Very true.
You
need to know where the tongue comes from.
Sometimes you just need to know where the beef tongue comes from. I want that to be some
local lengua.
Yeah.
Wait, they have beef tongue?
Oh, yeah.
They got lengua.
Is it good?
Lengua tacos.
Oh, yeah.
I never actually had.
I don't know if it's good, but I know they have it.
I have tried the lengua tacos there. It's actually pretty good. I have one more point written down. You can tell me what you think if you have more, but they dealt with erosion 100 years ago, just like we deal with erosion nowadays. There was unsustainable practice that led to, was it 1929 to 1937, the 8-year drought, Dust Bowl, Great Depression, and it led to farmers getting together with people and determining safer practices and ways to stop erosion. And that's for a whole other episode. We could really get in the weeds there. But we do things nowadays with cover crop and no-till and ways to stop erosion now. It's just different than how they did it back then. But erosion's still a problem then, problem now. We have practices then to try to stop it, just like we do now.
Yeah, and I think that it's when you have erosion, it's hard to grow a crop, right? Because if you can't bank on that soil where you planted the seed to be there, and it
especially
moves,
all that good topsoil.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Man, God bless those farmers in those 8 years. I cannot even imagine what life was like.
Yeah, they didn't really do much, I don't think, because nothing grew.
Can you imagine an 8-year drought?
Yeah, if you read the old Laura Ingalls Wilder books, they talk about shoveling dirt out of their houses because there was so much wind and so much dust that it would fill in the house. Awful. So they would have to shovel it out of the house every day. Yeah.
Awful.
Pretty nuts.
All right, you got anything else?
On the then versus now?
Yeah.
No, I'm sure I'll be corrected later on.
Your dad's right outside. You want to grab him quick?
No, I don't need to grab him. No. He'll tell me later. Which is good. I need some correction. Thank you, Caleb, by the way.
Yes.
Sweet king.
Let's hop in to... Did you watch the video?
Of course.
25 now. Of course. Now 25 now. 30 now.
Talking about correction. David, what do you think of that?
Of his auctioning?
Give me some pointers. Could it have been better? Worse?
I mean, for
be better.
Being a novice, I think it was really good.
It could always be better.
Yeah, some of those guys, they're able to change cadence and maneuver and just there's no breaks. They're crazy good at it.
Yeah, I took breaks,
but that's okay. That's what you got to do. You got to learn.
So hopefully they'll have me back.
There's a future in that for you, I think.
Yeah, all 3 places that have had me do it so far have all said they'll have me back next year. So
yeah.
Let's just
charity ped.
Yeah.
Let's dive into the auction and see what we can find.
All right, let's do some auction segment, baby. Shout out to our friend, wife of one of the men who helped with the hog roast, Kristen Fox.
Oh yeah,
Kristen Fox. She's notorious for this. She'll send me a text completely devoid of context.
Okay.
And so I'll have to reply and be like, please explain further what you mean by this. and so she sends me a link the other day, and I just open it up, and it's just, all it does is take me to Goodwill's website. Shop Goodwill.
Interesting.
And I go, I don't understand this. Why are you sending me this? So I ask her, and then she goes, look more closely. And then I see on their website, you can actually bid on their products they have on Shop Goodwill. It's Goodwill's website is essentially an auction. So she sends me this
Goodwill auction house,
and then she sends me like a screen recording of her scrolling through it, and all the items like actually say like days left on bid and all that, and it's all these crazy household items and stuff. So you can go to shopgoodwill.com and literally bid on stuff that's already dirt cheap to begin with. And so I thought that was cool. She said that she wanted to share it because we're always talking about auction stuff on here and bidding.
Wow.
So
shopgoodwill.com.
Yeah, and you can bid on, I don't know what the heck this thing is. It's some kind of crazy looking fan. It's called the Red Devil. All sorts of stuff.
Wow.
So anyway, that'd be my first auction item to bring up, is just that you can go to Goodwill and you can literally bid on things there.
Yeah, that's mind blowing to me, you know, because I've been in a lot of Goodwills and there's no way they can keep track of where any of that stuff is at.
Kristen is the Goodwill queen.
She can get in and she can find stuff.
We went on a youth group trip back when she was a youth leader together, and she and I were talking about what's something fun we could do for a few hours during some free time on one of the days. And she said, we should go to the Goodwill outlets. And I immediately shut her down. I said, that's a terrible idea. The kids would not find this fun at all. We planned something else. The kids found out this was Kristen's idea and hated me because they thought that would have been awesome.
Yeah, going to Goodwill is such
and
a blast.
They wanted to do it. And Kristen was like, I told you so. I should have listened to her. Because the kids were like, Kristen had an amazing idea, and your idea was fun, but not as fun as that.
Yeah.
So, word to the wise men, listen to the women in your lives.
Yeah. That's great advice.
Yes.
It's great advice.
What's your first item?
All right. So my first one is, well, you have kind of, would you call it a crazy item? Would you call that just your want? Is that a want?
That's maybe a want, because I know there's going to be a lot of things I can find there that I want.
All right.
That'll be my want.
I'm going to give you a want. This comes from bigiron.com.
Big Iron.
And this is located in Slater, Iowa, so not that far away. I believe Syngenta is having a bankruptcy sale. I'm kidding, Syngenta. No, that's not true. It's not true at all. No.
You say that mid-coffee swig.
Who's Syngenta?
No, it's like Bayer or Corteva. It's another company.
Seed conglomerate.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And so they're selling some stuff. It must be a warehouse or something down the way. They're selling some stuff. Well, some of the things are seed related, obviously. Like this one is called a Easy Loader Air Pallet Stacking Table.
What?
So for us who are stacking bags a lot of times, this thing it raises and lowers and it turns. So when I'm going from pallet to pallet with bags and stuff, I can have this thing next to me on the other side and it'll raise and lower with air so that I don't have to be dragging from the ground up high, down low, over.
Dude, that sounds cool.
Back saver.
So back saver. So that's kind of what I thought. 4,000 pound capacity. So it can hold quite a bit.
Nice. It can hold me.
Yeah. And that's 10.5 inches to 30.5 inches.
Okay.
So, it'll raise it quite a ways.
Yeah. This guy's goofy over here. He's laughing.
Get it together, dude.
Hey, just made me laugh.
I'm giving you the specs.
You said 4,000 pounds and you can hold me up.
Laughing
at me. You were late to that game. You laughed really late if that's what you were laughing at. So
it wasn't that long ago.
The Easy Loader Air Pallet Stacking Table located at bigiron.com. Once again, use your own wisdom when looking at these items. We are not sponsors of any of these items. We do not functionally test or provide any sort of guidance on any of this stuff. Mm-hmm. So what do they say? Do it at your own risk.
Yep.
I guess is what they
do
would
it
say.
at your own risk.
They are not professionals.
Yeah, we were definitely not professionals. Although Adam claims to be an auctioneer, it's for charity most of the time. Let's be honest.
Yes. Still consider myself a professional. Hang charity auctioneer. All right.
So that's my want.
All right.
What do you got?
I have a crazy unique item. I have like some thoughts about people need to relax. Once in a lifetime, opportunity. It's on Charity Buzz, by the way.
Charity Buzz.
Went back to the well.
There you go.
I can't get enough of this website. It's crazy. It's a once-in-a-lifetime meet Paul McCartney this fall on the Got Back tour. Your bid supports the Helen Bamber Foundation. So the estimate they thought this would go for is $50,000. 6 days and 3 hours still to go. What do you think the current bid is at?
I don't know, $35,000.
$146,000 is the current bid, was still almost a week to go.
You said they thought it was going to go for
Their
20,000.
estimate was 50.
50.
It's currently with a week to go.
It's double
with
that.
6 days ago at 146, almost triple that.
That is almost
And it
triple.
says, your evening, the Helen Bamber Foundation is proud to offer its rare opportunity to meet one of the world's most iconic musicians. Yes, Paul McCartney was a Beatle, for those of you that don't know that are listening. Your evening includes backstage
why.
passes, access to tour catering, a photo opportunity with Paul McCartney. It's like a 10-minute meet and greet. Why are people worshiping these just... He was a Beatle,
bro.
It's famous,
Come
but
on.
like...
But do you think it's the older generation that grew up, that listened to
gotta
the
be-
Beatles a lot?
it's gotta
It
be
could be, but
somebody,
like...
doesn't it?
It's...
Or do you think it's
Why
the
are we
new
as a
ones?
world so infatuated with these people that we're willing to spend that kind of money?
People put
There is
celebrities
I've
on
said many
pedestals,
times,
man.
I think there's one person on earth I would be starstruck by, and it's Guy Fieri. I have met Manny Ramirez, and Manny Ramirez is maybe my favorite baseball player ever. I met him randomly when he played for the Cubs. Me and a buddy were walking from the suite we were in to go get food at the concession stand, and Manny Ramirez happened to be walking right up the back steps, and I go, "Holy crap, Manny Ramirez!" He goes, "What's up, man?" I said, "Hey, I've loved you my whole career. I think you're an awesome player." And he said, "Thanks," and walked
Your
away.
whole career?
And then we went on. We both looked at each other like, that was sick, but I wasn't like infatuated. I don't understand why people are so worship the ground these celebrities walk on. That this is probably going to get up to $200,000 for 10 minutes with Paul McCartney. Is it really worth it?
Well, in my head, I was thinking, okay, so it's a picture op. So you get to take a picture with him.
Picture with him.
And then you get access to backstage catering.
Yes, and then you get to eat and then stand backstage to watch the show.
Nothing else.
That's it.
It's like $2,000.
No. You get to take home a tour gift bag with some merchandise from the tour. That's it.
It's not like Paul McCartney merchandise. It's not like signed.
No.
It's like a
Probably like shirts,
got back shirt.
tour shirt or hat. And I just thought this is ridiculous what people are willing to spend for things like this.
And when we talk about collector items and cards and the Wizard of Oz shoes, Dorothy's shoes, those things have some sort of value because they're an actual thing.
Yes.
They are an item.
That you might be able to resell someday.
You might be able to resell it someday. I can understand that.
I can understand the things over just meeting the person. But I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
I would struggle to pay a couple $100,000 for a picture with Paul McCartney when I know that AI could probably do it for me.
Yes.
And then some really, really, really expensive, I don't know, it's probably green beans on the catering.
Literally.
I guess if I had that sort of money, that's not where I would put it. But,
No.
To each their own. I hope that it is everything that you wish for. Perhaps we don't know enough about this foundation, right?
Yeah.
So maybe the foundation is more of the reason than Paul McCartney. Is there potential in this foundation?
The Helen Bamber Foundation is doing life-changing work, providing specialist care to survivors of trafficking, torture, and sexual abuse.
So
Okay, so
there's
that's
probably a lot of
good.
money
Yes.
to fund that
Yeah.
versus the Paul McCartney item.
More than likely.
So
I guess from that aspect, maybe I was a little out of line. But
when we're looking at
That amount of
here's
money
the
going to
deal.
that is good.
When we're
Yeah.
looking at the return for charity
True.
items, doesn't normally
Yeah.
meet the quota for what.
so
it would
if
actually
someone
be
makes
worth. So-
10 million a year and they want to spend 200,000 to meet like someone that's a music idol to them, plus it goes to that, have at it.
And there may be some very wealthy people that have had a lot of experience in this neighborhood, and
True.
they believe in the work that they're doing. So, shout out to the Helen Bamber
Helen Bamber Foundation.
and the work that they're doing. Don't know anything about them, but it sounds like they're going to have a lot of money to do some major damage with. So,
Yeah.
how about that?
I got to be honest, I never was a big fan of the Beatles. Overrated.
Oh,
Iconic. I understand why they're so iconic, but
Okay.
I'd rather listen to.
You're
more
just wrong.
Now we're just.
I'd rather listen to music today that's way better.
Yes, but you're just wrong.
Well, I understand why they're so iconic.
So then they're not
compared
overrated.
to their time and stuff. I just thought the music.
I feel like this pod was heading in a really good direction, and now we really veered off
move
course
past
to
the Beatles.
banging
I
on
could
Paul
talk about a
McCartney
long
here, one of
time
the most
here.
incredible musicians
Yes.
of all time.
What is your unique one, Dave?
You're going to have a correction from Caleb again, by the way.
Close us out.
Yeah, Kayla, you're going to get another text this week. You're going to get another text. All right, so my auction item, I guess this is just another want, is from a place called J&J Auctioneers. Okay, don't know anything about J&J Auctioneers. This particular thing is located in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Oh, nice.
It has bidding ends on Saturday. The current bid is at $1,150 for a 2025 Equip Pro limited container sauna room.
Oh my.
So this is a small container, like a shipping container, which they have turned into a full-on sauna.
Sounds incredible.
That's awesome.
And I'm not going to lie, this thing looks sweet. I would like it.
Let me see.
I have considered building my own sauna,
Oh, that's dope.
and
That's dope.
the great thing about this is that you could just stick pallet forks in it and move it wherever you want to. Because that's what I had considered doing with whichever one, if I were to build
It just
one.
plugs in. You just run power to it.
Yeah, it probably needed 220, but I mean,
Josiah's dad's got one.
that is cool.
Yeah, that's
Got one
sick.
what?
A sauna.
Oh, yes.
I've been wanting a sauna, cold tub, hot tub setup with a home gym for longer than I can even imagine. That's the first
You'll
thing I'm
get
going to
there.
do if I make a ton of money from this. I'm going to give a ton of money to the church, and then I'm putting up a home gym
Yeah,
and giving Josiah a raise
yeah.
also.
Maybe just the first part.
The raise?
No.
Or the money to the church?
He missed the joke there. The first part says the last part.
Oh, that was awesome. Well,
You deserve a raise, my friend. Josiah, our producer,
Yeah.
has
edited and controlled the content coming out of this
Controlled.
quite exquisitely.
yes, he has.
I don't deserve a raise. I can do better.
Here and there when I
Yeah,
can.
man. No, you do a great job, Josiah.
So, well, if you ever build a sauna, I want to be here to videotape it and make a AGcellent adventure video.
That would
out
be
of
pretty
it.
fun. That would be pretty fun.
That's what we need to do this winter. We just need to build something crazy and make a video.
Let's do it.
So I don't know, like a indoor jungle gym or something.
Okay, that wasn't... Okay.
Wasn't the first thing on my mind.
No.
All right.
Sauna though, I'd be down for a
Maybe
sauna.
something a little bit more useful.
Build a sauna, maybe like a foam ball pit that we can jump dirt bikes into.
Okay, what?
What is this?
All right.
Let's make them usable things,
Yeah,
because then I have to buy a dirt bike.
The ADD's taking over. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a fun episode. I hope you enjoyed hearing about our hog roast. For your Iowa State fans out there, congrats. I'm sure you're happy, blah, blah, blah. Time will tell how the Hawks do.
Whoop, whoop.
A lot of season left. We'll see. Right now, I'd say I'm less optimistic than pessimistic, which means I'm more pessimistic.
That was the weirdest way of saying that I think I've ever heard.
Hey, plug your event for the weekend.
Yes.
Well,
They
it's
wanted-
already done.
It'll already be done, but
Oh,
we did.
Never mind. Let's just continue signing
Hey, everybody, we did an awesome trivia event.
off. There you go.
Thank you all for listening, and I hope you tell people about this, share it, spread the good news. If you know somebody who lives in another state who's a farmer or in a rural setting, send it to them and say, hey, made me think of you. They're talking about rural America. We just want to spread the news and joy and cheers and jeers of what can happen in the farming community.
I got
Mostly cheers.
If you have any questions for these guys, send questions at
Yes.
questions@hutupmedia.com.
Ooh, yeah.
Subject
Questions.
line, Dave and Pet's
Questions.
Excellent Adventure. 'cause
And you
it-
can send auction items that you happen to find.
Yes,
You can
like Kristen
send
did.
farming then versus farming now for what
Yes.
what you
Please.
think maybe has changed or has not changed. You've
Yeah.
got some good reference material. And if you got somebody that you think is really dialed in the rural life world, then have them reach out to us. And
Yes.
we'd love to have people on the pod. We've had some really fun guests so far. But yeah, let's keep on interviewing fun people
Sure.
and getting some good interviews.
questions
We-
at hutupmedia.com. Subject line, Dave and Peds.
Boom. We will never run out of things to talk to. I'm sure of that, but it's way
Talk
more
to?
fun. Talk about. Sheesh, what's wrong with me? Talk about, but it's more fun when it's crowd interaction.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
you know the drill, people. And share, if you're going to tell people about it, tell them to watch on YouTube. It's way better if you can see the people talking while hearing
Yep.
their goofiness.
Yep.
But if you must, also Spotify, Apple, all those good places you can listen as well. Thank you so much, people, for joining along. And we'll see you next time, or you'll hear us next time, for another excellent adventure. Try to point at that camera.